Hello, welcome back to the 256 podcast, episode 3 with Ryan, Logan, Jackson, and Austin.
Hello.
So before we start
Me,
talking,
Taco Bell.
is Chandon joining? Or is he joining?
He has not texted me back.
I forgot about Shannon.
I did too. Okay.
Well, if he comes in, come in later, be alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I
Alright.
was told we have more topics today.
Trying to find him. Trying to pull him up.
I forgot where they were at exactly.
Alright, I'm gonna name off some topics and we can choose where we want to start. Alright.
Alright.
Go ahead.
So we got a power plant that is dumping 1 million gallons in the Hudson River of radioactive chemicals. Diesel fuel in Hawaii. There's the
A
East
lot of
Palestine.
radioactive shit going on.
There's East Palestine, Ohio, with rashes, headaches, and more or other symptoms as well. Another balloon over Hawaii. A pipe bomb in a Catholic church or behind a Catholic church. And an electrical fire at a substation that knocks out power in Oakland Airport in California. So where do y'all want to
I
start?
kind of want to start with the 1 million gallons of radioactive water in the Hudson. That's what I would want to start. Does anybody else agree with that?
That's fine.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
So I'll read you the headline here.
Mainly just
Says
because, it keeps fucking a lot of radioactive shit going on with the trains and stuff, so it's all weird.
My thing with that is there's two things that come to my mind when I'm thinking of stuff like that. Is obviously they keep stuff hidden from us, and if they're not hiding this from us, what the fuck is actually happening? You know what I mean? Because they'll normally hide shit. I mean, fuck, Chernobyl, when it went off, they didn't tell nobody for days on end. Not a damn soul knew Chernobyl happened. And the other part of what comes to mind is it's getting a lot of news coverage. Stuff like this is getting a lot of news coverage because it's the hottest thing. It may happen a lot more than what we think, but because it's the hot and latest thing, that may be the main reason it's getting the recognition it is, and that's why we're hearing more of it. Like you hear a bunch of carjackings. Like let's say there's one carjacking. There's 10 carjackings. You're not gonna hear it, but a series of carjackings happen. Then a news station gets a lot of ratings on it. Next thing you know, you're gonna hear nothing about carjacking. You're gonna hear a lot about carjackings. I mean, everything you will hear and read is going to be about carjackings. Everything. So whatever the hottest, latest thing is, that's what you're going to be hearing about. So, you get what I'm trying to say there?
Yeah.
Is the reason you might hear about it more is because it's just the latest thing and people are covering more news on it.
Yeah, that just is weird, though.
Yeah, it's weird to me that it's on the outer part of America. You know what I mean? Because we had one in California, we had one in Oregon, we had one in Michigan, another one in South Carolina. The one in Ohio is kind of iffy. We had one in Texas, Arizona, Louisiana, and Florida, all outer edges of the United States.
I mean, we can spare Ohio. I mean, do we really need Ohio?
Hell no.
But for that all to be leaking air, bad air to Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky, Indiana, it's getting bad. But anyways, I'll read the headline of this. It's dumping 1 million gallons of radioactive water in the Hudson is the best option per Indian Power nuclear plant owner. So it says nearly 2 years have passed since the Indian Point shut down. Its third and final reactor is the village of Buchanan, located on the Hudson's east bank, about 30 miles north of Midtown.
I saw this video, and it was some girl. She works in the medical industry. This is after the Ohio stuff happened, and a lot of people were saying in that video, if I could find it was on TikTok, but if I could find the video, I didn't save the video, but maybe it's rolling around on TikTok. But you know how the air is supposedly hazardous in Ohio now, same thing with the water and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the people there are not allowed to move out of the state. They're not allowed to move out of the state. The stuff that happened in Ohio, you know, and now supposedly all the hazardous materials in the water and in the air and stuff.
No, they don't want to contaminate.
This lady she works in the medical field, like she works at a hospital, and they were told, I don't know if it's everybody or it might just be medical workers, she didn't specify, but she is not allowed to move out of state, and they're not getting hazard pay.
Oh, that's fucking.
Oh.
They're not even getting hazard pay. And people were saying her demeanor and the way she was saying stuff, it was like she was being told to say this, like she was reading it off a script. You know what I mean? The way she was saying it in the video. I wish I saved the video and I could have played it, but I didn't because it was like really late last night and I just scrolled upon it. But if I find it again, I'll see if I can find it and then I'll play it. So y'all go ahead. I'm gonna see if I can try to find the video.
If you you know those chemical clouds that are in Ohio right now? Have you all seen the TikToks on those? Okay. If a plane was to fly through that, would that damage the plane's engine and shit?
The chemicals?
Anything, just any type of those chemicals.
I do not know.
It feels like the fumes might affect the pilot. I'd imagine.
I feel like it would affect the passengers and everything like that because you know it will get. Well, no, it's pressurized.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pressurized. I don't know. I would say don't fly through it. You know. You know.
Just to be safe.
Yeah, just be safe. I wouldn't fly through it.
Oh yeah, there's some more stuff too about people talking about the plane subject. Something came up recently. I won't say recently, about 5 days ago, probably about right when it happened, where somebody took a picture of when they were flying over Ohio or whatever. There's a giant, it's just a huge black cloud over it.
Yeah. I've seen that shit.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting at is if planes can't fly through that, and shit like this happens all around the edge of the map, people can't leave Ohio right now. You know,
supposedly that might just be medical workers. She didn't specify.
If that's all true, if like normal people can't even leave Ohio, if that's true, and they like I said, it's all around the edge of the map, that means that nobody could leave or enter United States anymore. If like something was like that, you know what I mean?
That's what happened with COVID. Same thing with COVID.
It's kind of like a wall of chemicals that you can't get through. And then if planes can't get through, that means no one's leaving United States.
The only way would be by boat, and that would be more dangerous than
I was
plane.
gonna say that's just as dangerous because you're breathing in fumes.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be gear to get past it, like radioactive stuff, but then again, you're still putting yourself at risk.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just weird that it's all around the edge of the map, and and then the fact that Jackson brought up the people not being able to leave Ohio. That's kind of a little suspicious.
I don't know what the fuck's going on over there.
Yeah,
it's a lot of weird stuff. A lot of nuclear chemical shit going on, and.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with the dumping and shit like that,
that is a common practice. I mean, that is a common practice.
That's a very common thing. I mean, shit. Every single plant we're by dumps chemicals all the fucking time. Ascend. I know for a fucking fact. It has been told. It's been recorded. Whole 9 yards, and you can actually see it happen. 3M or BP or whatever it's called now dumps their chemicals into the water.
Yeah, I see something. They put like charcoal and resin in the water to fight off the metals and chemicals that are in it. It's weird.
I mean, it is nothing new.
Hey, off topic. This is for Ryan. AJ Styles is an 89 overall in WWE. That's what it
I
leaked.
seen that. R-Truth is a 72.
For our truth. All right. Anyways,
This is a random ass.
I just saw it, so I thought I'd say it.
Yeah.
But hey, like you said, I know it's common for them to do that, but it's the fact. It just makes
Still
it
fun.
more weird now because of all the train derailments with
See,
all that
that's-
shit
that's-
on it.
That's another reason why I'm saying it happens all the time. But since it's the new hot thing, that's all we're gonna hear about.
Maybe.
The coverage of it. That's
Or maybe. Go ahead.
it's
Go ahead.
it's a mass panic. They want mass
Yeah.
panic because it's easier to control people.
Or
When they fear something, they'll listen more.
or they're camouflaging it. Say, like you said, they it's been recorded that we obviously know that plants like this dump stuff in the water. What if stuff like that? What if all the train derailments and stuff are just a cover up so they can put more in the water, like let out more and make the train derailments be the cover up for. What I'm trying to say is, they're using the train derailments as a cover up, but they're going to be dumping more into the water. Like plants are going to be dumping a whole lot more into the water because people are so focused on the train derailments with the hazardous material that if all this hazardous stuff is in the water and messing with people, they're just going to think it's from the train derailments, not from plants dumping this stuff in the water. That makes sense?
Yeah, I get you.
Which
They could also use
It's
those
kinda weird.
UFO sightings that they have, the spy balloons, the UFO sightings, as a cover up as well, because that's so popular. You talk about UFOs on the news, it gets a lot of.
Like we talked about last show, Project Bluebeam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I don't know if
So I'm
y'all
ready to
looked
drink
more
my
into
water.
that.
Not gonna lie, I did not.
I'm afraid to drink my damn tap water.
I don't drink tap water.
I haven't drank
Oh,
tap
no.
water in years, but I'm definitely ain't doing it now.
No, hell no.
That's actually
Mouth staying shut when I get in the shower. I ain't opening my mouth.
I went to the store and bought me about 10 cases of water.
Yeah,
So,
10
Ryan,
cases. Golly.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
copy a link and send it in the Discord. This
right.
this is all CGI, and this is not something that's real at the moment, but this is what Project Bluebeam would be like.
Boom. Hoba baba. All of this just to dump chemicals in the water. This is sad.
Very. It's
I
just-
wonder.
it's
Be
just
a
small.
mall.
It would be that first video, not the one in the school, or not none like that. It'd be that first video, maybe even the.
Let's just all
Some of
move
the
to
afterwards.
Alaska. Just move to
Oh
Alaska.
God.
All of us.
I like how you said this is CGI, and then the first thing I see is a whale flying over the city. I think I can tell that. I think I don't need to
Anything
be
else.
told that.
Alright. Fucking Project
Me
Bluebeam, it's
too.
just a flying whale.
No, it's just it'd be something in that category, They can manifest
Flying
something like that. Not flying whales, but it'd be like God or Jesus coming back,
Yeah,
like something in that sorts. But I couldn't find anything like that would, I could show him what it was.
Did we talk about that the last episode? We had this conversation before about like if God came back, would people actually believe it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was on the last
Like,
podcast.
Yeah, that was on
That
the
was
last
on the
one.
last podcast, and even
Yeah.
us talking
Yeah.
about
I don't think we
like,
really talked about it. I think we
nobody
kinda
would. Not that nobody would believe it. It'd be like, why would he come back now? We've gone through 2 world wars, Great Depression, slavery, all that, and he would come back. Well, you would think he would come back during that, especially like a world war. You know what I'm saying? But he hasn't. So it's like,
I don't know my Bible.
what
well
the
like
fuck?
that.
What has to happen for him to be able to come back? Does the world basically need to go into nuclear chaos and everything's get destroyed?
There has to be like a certain prophecy for him to.
Yeah.
For you to, there.
Basically, you have to find the Ark of the Covenant. You have to.
What?
Forgot what else it was. Fuck.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
Let's watch National Treasure. No, what is that the movie he's in? National Treasure? I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nicolas Cage is the solve to all this. He'll figure it out. Just let him cook. He'll figure it out.
Yeah, he'll save everybody.
Nicolas Cage will save everybody.
No, I should have wrote this in the topics. But one topic I wanted to cover, this one, I ain't trying to start right. I just want to, bullet point this real quick. Was Jesus Christ a car in Cars? Because there was the Pope mobile. So was there a Jesus Chrysler?
There had to have been.
Jesus Chrysler.
This is from Matthew 24:5-8, I guess. That's how you say it. Jesus gives us some important clues for discerning the approach of the end times. Many will come in my name, claiming I am the Christ, which has happened in Jerusalem. There's a guy that is prophesied to be the second coming of Jesus Christ. So that has happened. That's one that we know of.
Well, doesn't the Antichrist need to come? Isn't that part of it? Doesn't the Antichrist need to be here first and then?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. You will hear of wars and rumors of war, which that's happened a lot. But this is, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nations will rise against nation, and kingdoms against kingdoms. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places, and those are the beginning of pains. And an increase in false messiahs, an increase in war, an increase in famines, plagues, and natural disasters. These are signs of the end times in this passage. Though we are given a warning, we are be deceived, because these events are only the beginning of birth pains. The end is still to come.
That sounds fun.
Tim Tebow.
So you want to talk? You said, back it up just a little bit. I forgot what you said.
Tim Tebow.
Talking about plagues and rumors of war and stuff. Pretty much what is going on right now.
So,
only missing.
A good transition.
Let me add this.
Okay.
Let me add this to it. Is another thing that fits to these times is it is also mentioned in Muslim, Jewish, and Christian religions that when the Euphrates River dries up, that will also be another thing to signify the end, which it is drying up as we speak.
Already dried up.
Yeah,
it is officially dried up now.
It's officially dried up. Okay. But
that was the last thing I heard about it.
Yeah, but
so you're talking about viruses and stuff, or plagues. The Marburg virus that's in Africa right now, 88% death rate.
And that weird mushroom virus.
No vaccine.
That's been going
no
on.
Vaccine. No cure. Nothing. Nobody knows anything about it. What else were you saying? Earthquakes and natural disasters. They have like massive cyclones in Australia right now. There was an earthquake in what was the earthquake? That was a massive one recently. Oh, in Turkey. Yeah.
Also, that same virus
earthquake hit Turkey. There's a cyclone.
What about that mushroom virus that's been going on?
Cyclone Freddy. I haven't heard anything about that. Plus the monkeypox, ain't that a thing?
What?
Monkeypox has been around.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
What's wrong with the mushroom virus? I heard about it.
The Last of Us.
That exactly. That's what they're saying. It's like turning into a real thing.
I mean, it is a.
Has nobody heard about this?
It is.
No, I haven't.
It only affects like plant or like insects.
I know. I know. That's what I'm saying. They were saying it's affecting plants too, but if it's affecting plants and we consume that shit, You know, they were saying
like
it could affect human beings.
like it spread through The Last of Us through flour.
Yeah,
Well, damn, I can't go to a fucking Cracker Barrel no more.
yeah.
Dude,
Like,
you can get
I mean, I ain't gonna
yeah,
live my life
like
without
the reason I
Cracker Barrel.
said
I'm gonna
Last
go
of
on.
Us is because the reason I said Last of Us is that's exactly what they're calling it. It's the Last of Us virus. We're gonna be the real life Last of Us here in a little bit. We're gonna fuck around and find out.
So I don't know the story of The Last of Us. If
I
someone
don't
would please
either.
catch
I
me
just
up.
know about the virus. I don't really know like
What is the virus? I don't know anything about the
Oh my
game or anything
God.
about the TV show
it's.
either.
Well, Ryan's probably better than this, but the dogs are going crazy, so you probably have to wait for him to come back. But all I know is, it, it's what it says. It's the mushroom virus. It's like
All right, I'm just gonna look it up and
yeah, it's
Last of
just like
Us.
bad mushrooms, and it like affects plants and stuff. And in the movie or in the game, it spread it through flour. And, you know, everybody ate flour, obviously yeast, all that stuff, bread, and that's how people got infected.
I think I'm good now. I heard my name. What?
Explain what the Last of Us virus is. Is it like a mushroom virus, or like what is it exactly?
So it's a real thing. It's a real virus. Um, but due to how they can't do good heat.
Yeah.
It's a real thing with ants. It's a fungus that goes on the ant's brain and controls it. The fungus controls it, but with global warming, it could possibly spread to humans that way.
I thought you said it didn't do good with my fucking heat.
Exactly.
So-
I mean, it can evolve. So if it got used to the
evolve,
heat,
yeah.
it's the only reason we can't get it is because our body temperature is too high for
I
it.
was gonna say, yeah, we can stand the body heat.
Yeah, but if the fungus continue, like if it evolved through global warming, it could eventually warm up to us, and then we
Yeah.
can get it.
Man, the stories about that virus is sad, bro. Because I've seen stuff where it's like what you said,
They're
it
actually
controls
alive
the
and
mind. Yeah, it's like the people are alive. It's like being possessed.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you've watched like Supernatural or anything like that, or it's like it's like
Yeah.
you're in your own body, but you can't control what you do.
Yeah, you're
You have
there,
no
but
idea.
you're not there.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce this, but there is an actual real world disease to exist. It's a bullet and infected with this certain type of disease.
I just
It
feel
shows
like
in the BBC Planet Earth, Naughty Dog's developer created the idea of cordyceps brain infection after they were
Cordyceps.
inspired by the BBC documentary Planet Earth titled Jungles.
I don't know. I kind of feel like anything where it's an infection takeover of that variety, I have a hard time believing it will happen. But
I mean,
an
yeah.
infection where it just kills you, yeah, I believe in that. But an infection where it's
Yeah.
like zombie-like and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that
If
shit,
anything, it'll just
that's-
kill people. I don't think it'll.
yeah, it's just gonna kill people. It's not gonna make them, clickers and fucking.
I think the human brain's too strong.
I don't think that it's too strong. I think that the human
Not on the
body
West
will
Coast.
just fail, and I don't think it will be to a point where it's evolved enough to make the human body move well enough.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think it's gonna turn because it's a neurological thing. Like how I said, it controls the ants. They're alive. They're still alive.
It's
They
just
just
they have
can't
a
control
lot.
their
They have a
body.
lot less nerves and
Yeah.
everything.
Like if anything, it'll just kill us. I don't think it'll.
Now there is a
I don't think we're gonna
parasite.
turn into clickers.
Oh, it's the same. It's called the same thing. Holy shit, the cordyceps fungus.
Hmm.
But it's a zombie parasite. Yeah, it's with arachnids and insects.
If there's any fucking ant I do not want to be like that is a fucking bullet ant. Ah, man. Bullet ants are scary. I don't fuck with them bullet ants. You've seen the videos and stuff? People putting their hands in
Hell yeah.
bullet ant gloves and shit? Oh my lord.
I'm thinking we've covered, other than the pipe bomb. That's another one we haven't covered.
The pipe bomb. What is that
Yeah.
even? Like, where do you pull that out of? What the fuck is that? What even
So,
is that?
I heard it today, something like that, about that.
So only reason I've pulled this one out, and I'm gonna double check if I'm right, but I'm thinking the bomb was near, like it was behind the Catholic Church, but it was also near railroad tracks.
Yeah.
What was
Shocker.
okay? So what was the point? What was the point of it?
Oh, I that I don't know. I'm just
Well, I mean, it could be, it's, people are theorizing that it's, the government is hiring people, fucking, making people, not sleeper agents, I don't know the word, but basically being like, hey, do a pipe bomb,
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean?
Like
Like
the guy
mentally
who just
unstable
hates religion.
people, like mentally unstable people, that they'll get the government will get mentally unstable people, and they'll just get them to do bad shit. And maybe it is the government doing the trains and everything else. Maybe it is, but you don't know.
Yeah, it could just be somebody who doesn't like religion.
I mean, shit. And the civil rights movement, they bombed a church in Birmingham with multiple children and people in it.
Yeah, they don't care
At all.
Can't have no religion nowadays.
It's in Holmesburg, Philadelphia. So I'm gonna see if this is actually behind or beside a railroad track.
I wonder.
Or it could be just somebody. Imagine it was some dude that's like sees all these train derailments, so he's like, you know what? Blowing up the train tracks. Kablooey.
Just because he
He
feels
had
like
a
it.
pipe bomb. An 18-inch pipe bomb, to be exact.
I thought it was an 18. I thought I heard 18 foot.
No,
That's
18-inch
a
pipe bomb.
pole.
Yeah.
That's a pipe down.
Or sorry, I said that wrong. It's not a pipe pole. It'd be a pole bomb. That's a pipe. Damn. Pipe bomb.
Trying to find this Catholic church. That's
Pipe
hard as
bomb.
hell.
Yeah, why are you trying to figure that out? I got a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my son.
So do you guys believe in the cryptids? You know, like Sasquatch, Loch Ness Monster, vampire, all that stuff.
Some, not
To
all.
a certain extent.
Like which
Some,
ones?
not all.
I'd have to see it to believe it.
Like
Well,
you,
I
so
mean,
you don't just believe in Sasquatch. Like you don't think he's real unless you have seen one yourself.
Yeah, I would have to see it myself to believe it. I wouldn't criticize you for believing in it,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm not gonna full on believe something that I haven't physically seen with my own eyes.
I feel that,
What's
but you remember that one thing happened, Austin, at your house when we was walking to the bluff. This was years. I know this was. Hold on, this was years ago. It was me, you, and this was back when you was dating that girl. And this is where you live in that trailer. And it was like me, you, Roger, and just some people you knew from Hartselle. I think they were related to her. And they all came out there. And we walked to the bluffs and it was like dark outside. And we walked to the bluffs and it was cold. And nothing weird was going on. No weird smell or nothing. Like nothing like that. So we go to the bluffs, we do all that, and we come back. I don't know if you smelled anything, but me and Roger on the way back, all of a sudden we smell something like it died. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was like it's been dead for hours, like sitting out there. It was a terrible smell, but we didn't smell it. We didn't smell it on the way there, and we went through the same path. And they say that the Sasquatches and stuff they reek pretty much. They smell like something dead. And you can ask him. Me and him were hearing stuff walking around and stuff too. That's why we were trying to hurry to get back.
Like
So
I
now,
said,
do I think
I
you got a
didn't.
Sasquatch out there? I don't know, but it was just weird.
And
Yeah,
That
white
explains the
thing,
deep growls he sent us with
I
that.
now the white thing I would believe in because I did see that.
Yes, we've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole different story.
Oh, and remember the video you sent me? Remember years ago? Remember you called
Do
me?
you still have that video? Because I
I
don't.
don't know. It's we would have to go. We would have to scroll really back in our messengers
I know you can go to
messenger chat.
I know you can get pictures and stuff. I want to see if I still have it.
But that was, I don't know what that was. It sounded like a bull. It sounded like you had a bull back there.
Yeah.
And for anybody listening, obviously don't know Austin House looks like. He lives in the middle of the woods. In the middle of the woods. No farm animals, no nothing around. If I hear a bull like, making a noise that a bull makes, everybody knows what noise a bull makes, at like 2 a.m, I'm not gonna go investigate it, farm animal or not.
That couldn't. I wouldn't say that would be Sasquatch. That could be. I mean, if you want to talk about cryptids, it could be a skinwalker.
It could be a boar.
Yeah, could be a mimic.
I mean, then again, it could be a boar.
Exactly, a mimic. Because
I mean,
the only ranch that's near me is that Sparks Ranch right down the road from it's like 10 or 20 miles down the road over there by Von Braun Bridge.
Yeah.
So that's the only nearby ranch that I know of. I know the people that used to live in that house down the road, they used to have bulls, but they moved out 2 or 3
And
years
plus, how would
ago.
they have gotten all the way over there through the woods and stuff?
Yeah,
And wasn't there no trail leaving? Like it had the trail behind that house out there, but
no,
there was no trail leaving.
You're talking about that fucking rustling sound that I heard over there. That's by my Memo house. I'm talking about
and then
that cow sound comes from over there at the in front of my house. It don't come from the back or Memo's
house. I thought that was the same exact thing because you sent me the video. Because you sent me the video and it had that sound. Sound like a cow. Stuff like that. Yeah, and then y'all took pictures the next morning.
That was two different things though. The cow sound comes from the that old RV that sits in front of my house. It comes from that side. The rustling comes from behind my Memo's house.
That's right. But it happened at the same time.
Yeah,
right?
Okay,
I got you. Yeah, but it was happening at the same time.
When I went over there and showed you the rustling, where I heard the rustling, there was no leaves rustled around. There's like no disturbance in the ground at all. Yeah. Like I walked all the way behind the house. There's nothing. Like there's no piles of anything.
I thought y'all took a picture of something the next morning. There was like a big spot where something was scraping its feet.
I'm trying to find the video. I'm scrolling back as far as I fucking can. I have all the way to the point where we were making Shutter Studios.
Well, that was before that.
It was?
Oh, yeah, it was before that.
It was before that. You are right. But I don't think I have it anymore for some messed up reason.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find it too. Let's see. This was us talking about my car and stuff. Yeah, because this was years ago. Yeah, see, it stops at a certain point.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
What is this? That's not it. Yeah, it just stops at a certain point.
It stops to when I the last thing I see is when I bought that controller for Carson for Christmas.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I
don't see. Yeah, I don't see it. I wonder. Did you have another? Another. Yeah. Didn't you have another?
No, not at that
Facebook?
time. No, that when I had that other Facebook, that was when I was dating Kayla though. Long.
Oh man, when? Man, why is it not there?
I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah, but okay, so yeah, it was rustling behind your house, and then it sounded like a bull noise that was also off in the woods somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. That was so weird.
Now vampires, I don't technically believe in. No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No.
Werewolves, no. Yeah, it's a stretch.
Skinwalkers, I do.
I could see
definitely,
skinwalkers
After
being
his house,
something.
yeah, I believe. Yeah.
yeah.
I can see that. Now, ghosts, you
Austin,
know,
yes,
paranormal, yes, I can definitely
yes.
agree
Of
there.
Austin's grounds, isn't your like you got Civil War grounds? That's what you live
Yeah,
on.
it's dated 2
Yeah,
years before the
And
Civil
native
War.
civil.
yeah.
Any kind of
So
grounds he has them.
we've had some crazy paranormal experiences. All of us as a group, but also individually. Me and Austin by ourselves. Just a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
That
At
literally we could
Austin's
do a whole
house,
podcast
or
ourselves. Yeah.
oh yeah.
We could literally do a whole podcast, a whole separate podcast ourselves about everything that's happened over there. But if we try to do it on this one would be like 3, 4 hours long. There's
It could
so
be
many
3 or 4 hours
stories.
long.
So we would have to do that, which we will. We'll do that on a different podcast
Yeah.
because it
We
would
we can
take
talk
forever to
about
go
some.
through all
We can
that.
talk about some though.
Yeah, we know about some. Just us
Talk about the worst
camping.
ones.
The worst ones definitely us camping. I have
You weren't
taken those
there for the
videos down.
Halloween, right?
I was
That
not there
night
for
of
Halloween.
No.
Okay.
But the ones where we were camping and stuff, I had them videos on my YouTube channel, but I still have them. They're privated because I started doing different videos, so I had those privated.
Do you
But
have that? Do you have my fight privated?
yeah,
Or did you delete that?
no, it's still there. They're all on my YouTube.
Can you
They're all
send
just
me
privated.
Can you send me the URLs to that?
Yeah, I can.
I've tried to show people that fight, and I'm like, oh, this motherfucker just deleted it.
No, it's just all private because
Yeah.
I switched over to Call of Duty content, so I just
Yeah.
privated it all.
Nah, you
Let's
good.
see. Where is it? Here it is.
What would be a night that we've all either me and you or at least Ryan being there? I know Logan hasn't really experienced any of the ghost shit that's been in my house, but
Except for
you
the
and
first time we
Ryan
went
have.
camping. Except for the first time we went camping.
Definitely. Yeah.
No, he has. He has. Remember,
When?
we were filming a video when you had just moved. You had just moved, and we were all.
Hey, and
Oh
also
my
when I was
God!
house setting. When I was house setting.
Yes,
for
yes,
you.
house sitting.
Yep.
That was the
Oh
craziest
yeah, I fucking
stuff.
forgot about that.
That was
Okay,
the
yeah.
craziest stuff. No. But when you moved, for people who don't know, he pretty much he moved, but he literally moved like 20 seconds down the road. It's still in the woods, but like it's literally
It's like 4
a
steps down.
15-second walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he used to live in a trailer, and like I said, we've had some paranormal experiences there. So the last night there, before they tore it down, or before they started to demolish it, we had a final investigation there. And remember, we had turned all the lights out, and something got thrown. Everybody remember that?
I do. Yeah.
We all got thrown, or something got thrown. It was a little statue, like a tiny little statue thing that was completely on the other side of the room from where I was standing, because it happened in the room I was standing in, and I took off. And then y'all recorded voice memos. Oh, you remember the voice memo? And you hear something in it?
I was just about to mention that.
You remember? It sounded like a clown laugh, or like an evil laugh.
Was this the same night that we were
That
all
was the
sitting on
same
that pool deck?
Yes.
No, it wasn't. That was when I recorded my video.
That was the first night Logan spent the night, right?
That was when we were doing camping. That was when we were camping, and we stayed out on the
Oh yeah, you're right.
the deck. This video I
right.
never uploaded. I never got it uploaded. Never got it edited, and I never uploaded it. But I might still have the voice memo saved from when that happened. But because you remember, we had 3 different recorders going on at the same time, and one of them picked up the laugh, and the other 2 did not at the same exact time. And one of the 2 of them were sitting like 3 feet away from each other.
Yep.
I want to try to find those. Maybe in post edit, I could try to find them, and whoever, Austin, I don't know if you edit or this, maybe you could try to put it in there somehow. I don't know if you'll be able to do that. Maybe Ryan can.
If you find it, I can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look.
I can just email it to Ryan to
Because
post.
I don't think no, this ain't my same phone that I had before, but it was on yours, Austin. It was actually on your phone where the laugh was, and you sent it to me. So maybe it's in our past stuff again. I would have to look, but we've had some crazy stuff. But yeah, we can talk about the that night we were house sitting.
Trip. Or either the camper trip or the house sitting one.
I would say the
house sitting one.
Yeah. We'll say the house sitting one.
But I will clarify, before I gave y'all the house to live in for a couple days, there was that big ass footprint that was on the door. Right?
Yep.
You remember?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And
I
that
remember that.
footprint
Yeah,
was bigger than a size 15, because my dad wears a 14, so it was definitely bigger. It was another 2 or 3 inches bigger than my dad's foot,
yeah.
and it looked like a boot imprint. So starting there, then y'all
We need to
can.
try to upload these on the YouTube too, so we can show pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll
videos.
get that figured out by the time we do this.
What we should do is start ghost hunting again, and
Yeah.
then doing a podcast reacting to it and
Yeah.
describing everything, and then
Yeah.
post the YouTube version and then the Spotify version.
We'll figure out the details later, but we'll try to work out a YouTube channel, post this on
Yeah.
here, so we can actually show pictures and videos of stuff we have caught. But anyways, okay,
Yeah.
so for context, Austin and his family y'all went to Florida, correct, to go pick up somebody or to go hang out with
Car.
family? I forgot what it was. A car? Was it a car?
It was a
No,
car.
no, we were going down there to pick up my cousin. You remember?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so they leave the house for
A week.
Like 3-4 days. Oh, was it a week?
It was a week.
Yeah.
Because Carson
Yeah.
stayed with me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was about a week.
Okay, so it was me, Carson, Ryan, Austin, or Logan, and Logan and Carson were the ones staying there the whole entire time.
Mhm.
Me and Ryan kind of just showed up for one night, and it's gonna be weird to explain it of how it's laid out. Okay, so pretty much, me and Carson were chilling in Austin's room playing games, watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. Austin has a door in his room that leads to the backyard. Now the backyard is fenced in and leads to the woods. There's no houses back behind there or nothing.
The other, I will say this: the house that is behind there, though, it is my passed away memo. So nobody lives there.
Nobody lives there. Nobody lives there.
Yeah.
But it is pretty much what I say the dark side of the house because it's like all wooded and stuff like that. I mean, you got lights back there, but we didn't have them on. So me and Carson are chilling back there, and then we hear a knock on the door. Now this was the first time when it was Logan, and when we heard it, we ran in there, or we didn't run into the living room because we have to walk a pretty good ways, to get into the living room. We have to go through like 2 different rooms, like another little game room, and then we have to go through the kitchen, and then we get into the living room. And Logan, you remember, you knocked on the door, and you pretty much ran around the entire house. So like I said, it's fenced in. So did you have to jump the fence, or was like the gate open?
No, the gate was open. I went around the gate.
Okay, but here's the thing.
After that though, I closed everything back. There was nothing left open.
Yeah. You see, we caught Logan doing it mainly because he had to run around the entire house to get through the front door. The front door leads directly into the living room, and Carson saw him come in, and he was breathing hard, and he was trying to play it off like he wasn't, but we could tell. And plus, literally the light, like the motion sensor light, was on out in the front yard, so we knew pretty easily. And so, a couple of hours go by. We're doing the same thing, me and Carson, chilling in the back. At this point, we're listening to music, and it's pretty loud. Like, we're listening to music pretty loud. And Ryan and Logan are in there in the living room watching a movie. Like I said, if it's one of them trying to mess with us, we would have caught them. We definitely would have caught them this time. And here's why. So me and Carson are listening to music, and we hear a loud, like not like somebody using their knuckles, but somebody using like the side of their hand, like fist, and hitting the door, just bang, bang, real quick. And at the time, me and Carson were like, okay, it's probably Logan again. So I told Carson, I was like, get up, run in there right now and see if it's him.
Like
Carson runs in there. He ran fast.
He came in quick.
He definitely would have caught either one of them coming in. Carson comes back to me. His face is white, wide-eyed, bug-eyed. He's like, bro, they're both in there. I'm like, what? He's like, they're both in there, door shut, the motion light's not even on from the front door. And I'm like, oh shit. So that's when we come in there and get y'all. See, now we think somebody's fucking with us, you know what I mean? Because there is another house on down the road. that people do live in. And at the time, I thought, because it was about 2 a.m, I thought maybe me and Carson were playing the music too loud. So they were coming over here to tell us to, be quiet. But here's what's confusing. Why would they go over the fence? Because just to lay out the house. The gate to get in from the fence is on the other side of the house where the front door is, or like the side door into the kitchen. Why would they walk around past two front doors to come through the gated door to get to the backyard?
At 1 o'clock in the morning.
At 1, 2 o'clock in the morning where it's dark. That don't make no sense.
Imagine what would have happened if you opened that door.
I was not opening that door.
As Carson ran, and he would have got if he would have got to the door and opened that door. Imagine what would have been at that door.
I wanted to, but I was like, hey, just go try to, because I was pretty much telling Carson like, hey, just go in there and be like, hey, we know it was you. And I thought about opening the door. I was just sitting there waiting, and I wanted to sit there and wait and see if he knocked again. If it would have knocked again, I would have opened the door, but it didn't. So anyway, as I was saying, why would somebody walk past two front doors? So they got two front doors, one that leads to the living room and another little side door that leads to the kitchen. Why would they walk past both them doors where the lights are on just to get through a gated fence and come knock on the back door in the dark? It doesn't make any sense. I called Austin. Austin, you remember I called you.
Mm-hmm.
And we asked, did you send somebody over here to mess with us?
Because you heard the growling and shit the day before, or a couple days before.
Yeah. Austin did, yeah. And, like, did you send somebody to come over there and mess with us? And Austin was like, why would I send somebody to come mess with you at 2 o'clock in the morning knowing y'all have guns? Like, we had guns, just for protection. Because, we're out in the middle of the fucking woods.
Ryan had a sword with him.
Yeah. So why would he put somebody
with that sword?
Yeah. Why would he put somebody in danger? Do that? And and I know people are gonna say, well, why are y'all drawing guns when somebody just knocks on the door? It's 2 o'clock in the fucking morning in the middle of the woods.
In the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Beating on the door, not knocking. Beating on the door.
Beating on the door. It was two quick beats. It was boom, 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 and it was done. So yes, we drew guns. Who else wouldn't? Like, what the fuck? Motion lights didn't come on. No lights came on or nothing. Now, nothing else happened the rest of that night. And that's pretty much the end of the story. Like, we went outside. No, we didn't go outside. That was a lie. We did not go outside.
Afterwards, yeah,
we
did.
pretty much...
no, we opened the doors.
We did open the door, okay.
Kind of, like, looked around a little bit.
Yeah, Carson had a shotgun pointing out the door, yelling, hey, you better come out.
Yeah, telling pretty much whatever it was to go away. Come out, go away, yada yada, what you would typically do. But no motion lights went on. We didn't catch Logan coming in again, because we definitely would have called him this time, because we sprung up quick to run in there and see if they were in there. It definitely wasn't Ryan.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't Ryan. Annabelle, maybe, but it sounded like somebody, it sounded like somebody hitting it high, kind of higher up, like right above the doorknob, like where you would knock, of course.
But see, POV, this is how it was for me and Logan. We was sitting there, lights kind of dim, we was watching the window. We was both on different couches, covered up. All we know, Carson's skinny self, right in there is like, did y'all just knock on the back door? No. And he's like, there was a knock on the back door. It was pretty loud. And then me and Logan just look at each other and was like, And then the rest. We went back there and then that whole thing happened.
That whole story, yeah. So nothing else happened the rest of the night. Did, only for you, Logan, because Carson's not here. For you, Logan, did anything else happen while we were gone? Because, y'all were there the whole entire time. Did anything else weird happen, maybe? Maybe things that you haven't said before that come to your mind now? Nothing? No. Nothing at all? That's weird. That is very, very weird. So, I don't know what it could be. I don't know what it was. I mean, Austin, did you say when you first moved into the house you've had instances of something knocking on that door, but it happens very frequently?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
I mean, when I brought up
you
the fact.
failed to provide that information to us.
No,
Which is
I
crazy
showed
too.
you. I told you. I showed you the footprint. I've told you that there has been multiple
He told us that part.
occasions. I told
Oh,
you
okay.
multiple occasions of it being people knocking on the shit.
Okay. Well, see,
Yeah.
that's the weird thing too. I didn't know about that. So the
But I
fact
will
that
say this.
me and you both had that same experience, knowing that I had no idea that even happened to you about the knocking on the door is crazy too. Because it'd be different if I knew about it. I could have been like, yeah, let's just play a prank, and say it happened. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
the
that's
fact
the
that I
same
had
thing
no
as-
idea
that's-
that you even said it.
Yeah.
After
That's
y'all
the same thing
stayed
as
here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you're good.
All right, well, the same thing with your wife is she said she's seen something
Oh my
white crawling across the
God.
ground
Oh,
too,
yeah.
and you've
Yeah,
never told her that
but
story.
before we get on that topic though, fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Wah, wah.
God damn.
You was talking about
Tell the story with Ethan.
hold on. You was talking about you before we started house sitting or
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
so after y'all got done house sitting.
After.
Yeah, so after y'all got done house sitting, there has been no other occurrences of knocking on the doors. And I mean, it's like it ceased. It never happened again.
Motherfuckers
Other
got
than
guns pulled on 'em.
other than the rustling and the bull sounds, because that was after we were house sitting.
Yeah.
That was a little bit after actually.
Before
That was
and
a little bit
after.
after. Yeah,
Before and after.
that wasn't too long after.
So, going to what Logan was bringing up, my
Oh
wife,
shit, dude! I still get
never
terrified
told
about
her,
this.
never told her about the white creature me, Jackson, Adam, and Ethan, a bunch of other people seen while we were playing airsoft in my woods.
This was years
In the
ago.
middle of the night,
Years
too.
ago.
In the middle of
Yeah,
the
this was
fucking
years
night.
ago. Was this before we could drive? This was what, 2015?
Oh yeah, we were
2014?
13, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
So
You want to tell the story? You tell your
I'll
point of view, and I'll tell my point of view.
I'll tell what Logan was bringing up first, and then we
Okay,
can
yeah,
go.
go ahead.
So, never told my wife that. We pull up into my driveway, and she says that she sees the white creature crawling on the ground, and describes it
In
to
the
me
woods.
exactly what me, Jackson, and everybody else seen.
Remember, he's
And
surrounded
then
by woods.
I bring up that story and tell her, and after she's seen it.
Yep.
Okay. So after that, or before all of that happened, me, Jackson, Adam, Ethan, that it?
That's
Saying
it. Yeah, that was
it's
it.
2v2.
Yeah.
So me and Ethan are on teams, and Adam and Jackson are on teams. Adam and Jackson go on the right side of my woods. There's two entrances to this side in my woods that we take. One of them's
They got trails.
one of them is a four wheeler trail. Or used to be a four wheeler trail, and the other one is like a walking trail. So Ryan and Jackson, or Adam and Jackson take the walking trail. Me and Ethan take the four wheeler trail. But the four wheeler trail is connected to that walking trail. So to meet up, so me and Jackson could fight or shoot at each other, we would turn right going down the walking trail off of the four wheeler
And
trail.
it's dark. It's dark.
Pitch black.
Pitch black
We don't
dark
even have we don't even have I had a flashlight, but I don't think Ethan
I
had the
had like a
flashlight.
UV flashlight. I had like that purple. I had that purple looking flashlight. I had purple light flashlight. I had one of those.
Yeah, but my side, I think I was the only one carrying the flashlight. It was duct taped to my gun. I remember duct taping it. So yeah, airsoft. So we're walking, and we haven't met up with Ryan or Adam and I don't know why I keep saying Ryan. Haven't met up with
Because
Adam
I'm
and Jack.
beautiful and always on your mind.
Hell yeah.
So
Continue.
we see. I don't know what they are. They're them big ass flashlights that carry like the the D volt batteries or 12-volt batteries. Massive flashlights, some old ones.
Pretty much a cop one.
No, it's not a cop one.
No, like one that's got a handle.
The squares, like the big ass square ones that have a handle,
Yeah.
laying on the ground, and it's like facing us, but it's like laying on the ground.
Isn't
And me
it
and Ethan are
flashing?
like,
Or kind of
no,
like,
it was just pointing at us. It was on
Okay.
pointing at us. Me and Ethan are like, hey, what the fuck is that? Like, we think, like either somebody put their gun down or, I don't know. We're wondering. So me and Ethan were just like, all right, we'll just turn around. So we start walking out of the woods, going back down the four-wheeler trail. And that's when we hear something chasing us out of the woods. So
Running.
me and Ethan book it. Ethan says that he heard something behind him galloping. Okay, so after we exited the woods, Adam and Jackson are under my pool deck.
Yeah. You want me to
continue? They open up fire on us. Me and Ethan are
we lit them
whining
up.
and crying, telling them to stop.
Yeah.
Okay. They finally stop. They come out from under the pool deck. We explain to them what we just saw. Now they're curious. They follow us back into the woods. We get to the spot that we seen the flashlight. Flashlight's gone. There's
gone.
no.
Yeah.
It is not on. It's gone completely. So we're walking back out of the woods, and that's when all of us start hearing the thing chasing us out of the woods again. We all start running.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, Adam has that blowback CO2 pistol that he had. You remember?
Yeah.
The one we were shooting my basketball goal with, and then I had that the revolver. We didn't have real guns. I remember Ethan was carrying my assault rifle, and you had your G36C airsoft rifle. We started lighting this motherfucker up as we're running out. What?
I was gonna say it wasn't chasing us at first. You remember the scariest thing about it when we went in there, it was sitting. Remember, it was looking the other direction and it was sitting.
I don't remember that. I just remember.
You don't remember that?
I just remember. I remember. Because I remember us running. I remember us running out. But I remember us running out. And we see it, but we don't know what it is. And then as we get out and we're shooting at it, after that we ran inside to my dad. You remember? Because this is the time that mom and dad were divorced.
Yeah.
We ran there, explained to dad what was going on. He didn't even want to go out there. So me and all of us walked back out there to see exactly. And that's when I remember it. I don't remember it quite well, but I just remember we seen something, and that's when we started walking out again. And we just left it alone.
That might have been when it was setting. But there was at one point when it was setting, you remember, and because it was so far away we couldn't see it, it just looked like a white silhouette. And Adam was like, I'm gonna pop it. Remember, and he popped it and then it moved real quick.
Yeah.
And then we were gone. That was it. I don't know if that was after the second time or what, but
I just remember going out there 3 times. I just remember walking into Dad, explaining to him, and then going back out there because we were like, what the fuck? What are we seeing?
Small. It looked like I wouldn't say small, but it looked like an anorexic dude. Like, that's the best way of describing it, because you can ask Adam and he'll tell you the same exact story. Because remember, me and him were up front. Y'all were far behind. Not far behind, but y'all weren't really that close to us. Me and Adam saw it sitting. You can ask him. We saw it sitting down. It wasn't facing us. We could see it was like sitting in a weird dip with like all the leaves, because it was around fall time. No, was it fall time? Yeah, it was fall time, and because it had all the leaves around it and stuff. And I don't know if we could see its spine, like, protruding. Like, now imagine how an anorexic person would look. You can see their ribs and spine, stuff like that. That's what it looked like. But you remember, I only had that purple light flashlight, and I was looking at it. Me and Adam were both looking at it, and that's when he popped it. And when he popped it with the gas blowback gun, it moved. It didn't turn. It kind of just, twitched and moved. As soon as he shot it, I was gone. As soon as he pulled the trigger, I was already gone. And it twitched, and we were out, gone. And then so not 10 years. What am I talking about? What, 8 years later, your wife sees the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Same exact thing, without you ever telling the story. Now, here's my part of the story. Here's how I know that they were not faking this, mainly because, obviously, like I said, me and Adam and Austin, I don't know if Ethan saw it, but we saw it. It was
Ethan for sure saw it, because
it was kind of hard.
Tells the story every time I see it.
It was kind of hard because, like I said, me and Adam were in the front, and I had it was like a UV purple light that I had attached onto my airsoft gun. But, so me and Adam, as the beginning of the story, we were supposed to go down the trail. I tell Adam, I'm like, hey, let's not go down the trail. Let's go hide under the pool deck. So that's what we do. We go under the pool deck. We sit there for a couple minutes. Here's how I know they weren't lying. They come running out. They have no idea we're under there. There's no way that they know we're under there. It's dark, and they didn't see us run back. Because we waited till they walked into the woods, and then we ran back. They come back, and Austin goes, or it was either Austin or Ethan. One of them go, I don't know, so, to the extent of something's in there. We need to go get Jackson or Adam out of there. We need to go get him out of there. Do you remember saying that? I don't know if you said that or if Ethan said that, but one of y'all said we need to go get them out of there. You know, like we need to go back and get them out of there. And then that's when me and Adam were like, "Are they playing a trick on us?" Like we're sitting, we can hear them under the pool deck. We're like, "Are they playing a trick on us?" And we were just like, "I guess they're playing a trick on us." So that's when we came out and started shooting because we thought y'all were joking.
Dude,
you know?
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember saying we need to go and find Adam and Logan because we don't know where they are.
Adam and Logan, Adam and Jackson.
Adam and Logan, my fucking dude. Yeah, Adam and Jackson. My brain, it processes like.
Yeah,
so
it's just because they're here.
Me and Jackson look the same. I get it.
But that's
Yeah,
I get goosebumps every time he tells that story and mentions that story because me and Adam seen it. We seen it 100%. I put that on my grandmother's grave. My brother, my mother, everybody, we saw it 100%. We saw whatever it was.
Now the more you think about it, the more it's going to come for you.
Yeah. Oh well. This is for podcast content. But yeah. Oh well. So, but like I said, other than the fact of me actually seeing it, that's how I knew for sure that they were not lying because they had no clue that we were under that pool deck because it is pitch black dark outside. There's a little light at the back door. This is when, just to add a little bit of context, this is when Austin was still living in the trailer way before he moved to the house. There was a little back porch light on, but still. The two trails are far from each other. So there's one trail on the left side of the woods, and then there's the pool deck, and then there's the right trail on the far right side of the woods. So they wouldn't have seen us come back out unless they were sitting there chilling, waiting to see what we were going to do. But we saw them. Well, we didn't really see them. We saw them walk in, but we don't know how far they went because it was hard to see. But we came back, and yeah, they came running out, and they were like, "Bro, we got to go get Adam and Jackson out of there. We need to go get them out of there." And me and Adam were like sitting under the pool deck, like, "What? What are you?"
Still have the video of our camping trip?
Like
the very first camping trip we did.
Yeah. It's just privated. Yeah.
Okay. And we can talk about that one as well, and we can upload that with it.
Yeah, I'll upload that. I can. I don't know.
Ryan can do it. He can make a whole new YouTube channel. He's got like multiple.
I think he's got a YouTube channel for it, don't you?
You have a YouTube channel for the podcast.
We straight. Then send me the link to that video, and I'll edit it in to this podcast if you want to talk about it.
Edit? What do you mean edit it into this podcast?
Like some of the clips that you're talking about, I can edit. Okay. Clip it out, and then when you're talking, I can stop.
Okay. Yeah, I can
stop our podcast talking and then show the clip and then go back to talking.
Yeah, but the last story we don't have no footage for.
Yeah.
At all, because we weren't fucking filming. We were like 13 years old, 14 years old. We wasn't filming it. We were just trying to figure out what the fuck it was. So yes, we didn't film it.
The times that you wish you had like a GoPro attached to your chest?
Yes. Oh my gosh, dude.
I wish I had one for that fucking Halloween night, dude. Y'all would have.
Oh yes, you should tell that.
Fuck out.
You should tell that because the way you told me that and other witness sightings of other people that were at that party is crazy.
I think the only other person.
I'll let you tell that story.
So I will say this: Adam, he was supposed to come to that party, that Halloween party. But you know what he told me? He does not. He didn't. He knew it was a Halloween party and he knew we were dressing up. But he said he felt weird that night. He didn't. He came over. He stayed for like 5 minutes and said he felt so weird. He's never felt it before at my house. So, starting it off, we have like 20, 30 people at my house and a trailer, a small ass fucking trailer. Everybody's drinking. The kids like my age are playing games, playing on the Xbox. and and all the adults are outside sitting by the fire talking, and it got to a point where it was they started talking about politics, bad things to talk about when you're drunk. And a big old fight broke out between people and arguments and all this. So people started splitting up, doing their own thing, kind of just walking out. So Mikey, which is Samantha's husband, walked out into the woods by himself. And he said that he seen my mother wearing a white dress, whistling in the middle of the woods by herself, just strolling through the woods. And then after he comes back, he explains the story to us. But there was 2 gay guys, Chris and Ryan. They were not this Ryan.
Not me.
But no, there was these 2 guys. They ended up walking out into the woods and saying the same exact thing. Not talking to Mikey because they were in cahoots. They seen the same thing. My mother walking out in the woods, whistling.
And where's your mother at the time?
And my mother is fighting with everybody else because she can fight with anything. Okay, keep that in mind. She is.
So she is not in the woods. She is back at the trailer. Yeah, they're back. Yeah. She is back at the trailer while they're in the woods.
Yeah. So they get back from the woods. They tell us the story. So now we're like, all right, they're drunk. So be it. My mom thinks it's the best of ideas to walk out in the middle of the woods. While she don't have glasses on, she has colored contacts in that are not prescriptions. She can't see, like, worth shit. And we have I'm not trying to discriminate, but we had this transvestite that was transitioning into a girl, but he was a man, and he was a part of all this like weird voodoo bullshit. Like he was weird. And my mom said before she blacked out and fell in, there's like an old house behind my house, or behind my old house, there's another old house that's been abandoned and destroyed and fallen through and caved in. Used to have a basement. So my mom said right before she blacked out, she heard the guy like chanting something like blah 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 blah, And then my mom passes out and ends up in the middle of the fucking house. Okay, the abandoned house. She's laying down, passed out. My dad ends up getting her. My dad is the most nicest person in the world. He don't get violent. He don't get mean. He don't do any of that. He ends up choking the fuck out of the transvestite. Puts him against the tree and chokes the fuck out of him to a point where he passes out. Lays him against the tree. He picks my mom up. The transvestite disappeared from my house. No one knew exactly where the fuck he went. My mom, I'm sitting in the car because now I'm me, Dylan, my girlfriend, everybody else is like freaking the fuck out. We're all piling in Samantha's car because Samantha's somewhat sober and she's freaking out. We're all trying to get everybody in the car to go to her house because this is not my mom. As I'm looking at my mom walking out of the woods with my dad, I could see my dad's legs perfectly fine. Like I could see him walking. But my mom, I could not see the bottom part of her body. Like I could just see her floating, kind of. And as she gets to the Samantha's car, she's like demonically screaming and going crazy. Her eyes are completely black. There's no white in her eyes. It's all black. And she is just screaming at me, telling me to get the fuck out of the car, hollering, doing all this, that, and the third. I end up, I think I'm thinking Ethan was at this. I'm not too sure if Ethan was here. I just remember somebody staying with me. No. It wasn't Ethan. It was Chris Corum. He was with me.
Big Chris.
Yeah.
Hey.
So it was one of the first nights Chris ever like spent the night with me, and he was freaking out. And this dude never gets scared of anything. He's freaking out, panicking, and I remember Mom guiding me back into the house. And then there's like a bunch of food on the table. She like rakes it all into the floor and starts destroying the house. And I get a text on my phone from Samantha saying, "Hey, the trunk is open. If y'all want to run out." As she's leaving, me and Chris put our shoes on as fast as we could and booked it out of that fucking house. And we jumped in the back of a moving car, shut the door, and rode all the way to Hartselle and stayed the night over there.
And 20 people witnessed this.
Yes, 20 or 30 people have witnessed this. and let's just say the people that were over there are don't communicate no more with us or anybody outside of outside of that at all. So I just remember spending the night at that Samantha's house and panicking that my mom would end up walking from Trinity all the way to Hartsville because of how possessed she was. Dude, I was freaking the fuck out because of it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that voodoo shit, man.
I just
voodoo shit with your land.
No,
not a good idea.
No.
And then weeks later after that, Samantha ended up coming back over and saying sorry to Mom. You know, everybody they apologized to each other because they were best friends. They ended up walking out into the woods where Mom fell and found a Himalayan salt rock, like a massive Himalayan salt rock in the middle of the path. Wasn't there earlier? Wasn't there before? Before it just ended up there. I don't know how, what. And also on top of that, the transvestite was never found from my house. We never found him. I don't know if he ended up leaving with somebody else that night or what, but I don't remember him.
What type of salt is it that wards away evil? Is it all salt or is it?
I think it's just all salt.
It's just all salt. It's just all salt.
Yeah.
Oh, just for a little bit of context. Just for a little bit of context, the abandoned house that Austin's talking about, it's on the same path that me and Adam were supposed to take when we were having that airsoft game. If you walk through the path, it's literally on the left. It's completely caved in. There's just a chimney sticking out, and there's a deep hole that leads into the basement.
That chimney fell recently.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, recently? I thought it fell a while ago.
No, it fell like last year or so. Like the middle of last year.
Yeah.
I'm not technically recently, but not like 2 or 3 years ago. Within a year, it is fallen.
Now,
but also, I hate to do this, but it is actually getting late, and I have work tomorrow and everything like that.
That's fine.
It was great being on the podcast and everything. I'll see you guys next podcast.
All right, have a good one, Logan.
All right, man.
So I don't know about you guys. I know. Yeah, it probably scared him. I mean, he gets off around this time. But
10 o'clock almost.
I don't know about you, Ryan, but Austin, I'm pretty sure because you have encountered it firsthand that you believe in it. Ryan, do you believe in demonic possession?
Oh yeah, 100%.
100% believe in it?
Yeah,
I do too. And I have not witnessed it firsthand. I hope I never do. But
Austin doesn't.
I have seen documentaries and stuff about old possession stuff, like actual videos. I've seen videos of it. But encountering firsthand is a whole nother beast that I don't even want to mess around with.
I don't ever want to see that.
Was that Halloween party? Was that before or after that happened with us in the woods with us playing airsoft?
That was way after.
Way after, yeah. Okay.
Way after.
Yeah, it was a couple years after.
On context,
and you wasn't dating your wife at the time. This was a different.
This was a different girl.
Yeah.
So I will say this though, at the time of this Halloween, the time went back for some reason that night.
Yeah.
Night of Halloween, time went back. So we had 12 o'clocks. So as soon as it hit 12 o'clock, it was 12 o'clock again. Yeah. And in between that 12 o'clock and 12 o'clock change back, that's when everything went to fucking shit. That's like we entered this like little time warp and just everything was like a different universe. Everybody was different. Everybody didn't act, their normal self. It was just this whole different universe. And then as soon as I woke up the next day, it was like I'm back in my universe.
Yeah.
Because everything was somewhat all right. But I mean, the house was still demolished. The house was, everything was still in shambles, but it felt normal.
Felt better.
Yeah, it felt better, basically.
Thank you for listening to 256 Podcast. We're going to continue with the scary stories later. These are all true, but come back for part 2 if you want to listen for more. Thank you.
Oh, dude, you know what Logan just texted me?